I just got done watching a video by Jason King called The Imminent Divine, and it's sort of related to questions of which I've actually been contemplating myself recently, and I think it's indicative and is revealed at least in sort of a slightly frustrated subtext on Jason's part, but it probably is, in my humble opinion, at least the best video he's made on YouTube to date. And the simple fact is because it is the most relevant video. And that is relevant to each and every human being on this planet. When I'm talking about the divine, I'm talking about something almost transcendent in human experience. I think most human beings define a lot of their experience foundationally through sensations, so our sights, our smells, our emotions, and that being recorded in our memory, and our memory being dependent or finite to the point at which we live. So, what's a good run for a human being? What, about 100 years? That's a long time to live as a human. But we have an ability to know more than that, and that's what, for me, sets us apart from other animals. It's not that other animals can't communicate, but simply we experience our communication on almost an entirely different level of representation and level of complexity, which in of itself lets us know or represent the fucking numinous. I mean, okay, I'll give you a perfectly good example, right? You can invoke any deity of your choosing, any deity you want, and I will raise you the idea of one number, just one number, 1,000,000. I will quantify that to both years and a distance, so 1,000,000 kilometers or something like that. That is a distance far beyond our reach of understanding as a human experience, in terms of the fact of something that we could actually see, know, or perceive. I mean, even now, some of our countries are only thousands of kilometers long, or miles, or convert to the metric system. It's better. It makes sense. Base 10 is fucking awesome. Or 1,000,000 years, or 1,000,000 years. That is so out of the realm of anything that you will probably know in this lifetime, as you are or conceive of yourself now. I mean, there might be other possibilities in terms of transferring yourself to a computer or something like that, but I mean, how long do you expect that to last? Things like that. It's to the point of which you can conceive of nature through symbol sets and systems which are so far removed from the human experience, but still understand to a certain point the implication of that and represent that phenomenon. And you can represent that as a pattern. Now, during this time that I just demonstrated to you the profundity of just the simple ability to represent 1,000,000 years, what has your deity done? This is why deities are represented to give you language. This is why deities are represented to give you numerical understandings. This is why deities are represented to give scientific understandings, because they are mythic personifications of something which is just beyond, and it's just transcendent in certain qualities. We use these words, though, sometimes in bastardized forms. We almost take the representations or our system, so the word beauty, to mean beauty in and of itself. It's kind of like then taking the tree of life and saying, well, this is the mechanism or the foundation of which the world is built on. To quote Aleister Crowley, he found that notion ridiculous. What was it? It was in book 4. It's as if a cat was constructed by the ordering of the letters C-A-T together. He gets it. He got that easily. And this is the point. This is the point in of itself. How do we know the divine? By being able to think, by being able to apply thought to reality and have conscious experience and sensation. So it's a combination of your sensations and being able to gain that awareness. It's a combination of your conscious experience in of itself. And it's a combination of the symbol systems you use. And these three interweave to form the only thing which I could conceive of as ultimately being divine, which is human gnosis, the ability to know. That is, to me, is what is divine. And this is my point. This medium can sometimes be limiting in the demonstration of our ideas and not the ideas in of themselves. Think about your systems that you're actually using, how you're actually using them. Are you actually equating the systems themselves to being the ideation of the divine? I'm not that fucking pretentious. If you want to go use the Goetia, fine. If you use tarot and that's your bag, cool. Whatever the fuck gets you off. You can play checkers, dominoes, whatever the fuck you want to do. But what is it that actually generates that experience for you? Is it the system, or is it yourself? Or is it an interwoven combination of the two? And which one are you giving priority? Because this is the foundation of gnosis. The knowledge and the interwoven synthesis to produce a conscious experience which is unfathomable and still defies categorization. I'm not going to get into this bullshit free will debate, not in this video anyway, but you fucking tell me the limitations of human nature. You tell me how many thoughts human beings can think of. You tell me how many experiences there are, and then we'll discuss whether the notion of freedom is a justifiable existential premise or value to a human experience. Think about it. Think about these ideas. This is Taruk on YouTube.